Are you struggling to keep your social media fresh between your main posts like your informational reels, your real estate tours, or your day in the lifestyle Instagram stories? Well, in this video, I'll reveal 5 easy eye-catching content ideas that any realtor can batch create using Canva. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have a week's worth of engaging content ready to go so you can focus on what you do best. Closing deals. Okay, so now we're in Canva. The first little bit of content that I'm going to show you how to make is the video quote. So this is one of the more basic things that I'm going to show you today. But again, this is really easy and I'm going to do it 100% inside of Canva. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up to where it says create design. Once you're in here, you're going to want to go to where it says docs. You want to open up a new blank document. Right here, you're going to see a plus sign. When you click on the plus sign, you're gonna see where it says Magic Write. We'll click on Magic Write, and now this is just an AI tool inside of Canva. Even if you have the free version of Canva, you can still use a lot of the built-in AI tools like Magic Write and Magic Studio, at least a certain number of times. Let's just say for whatever reason you didn't have access to Magic Write, you could always just do this inside ChatGPT, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm gonna show you guys how to do everything inside of Canva. So I'm gonna say, give me 25 real estate related quotes. Generate. All right, hit insert, and here you go. We have 25 real estate related quotes that we can use. So let's say, all right, so I'm gonna pick number 5. It's by Susie Orman. It says, owning a home is a keystone of wealth, both financial affluence and emotional security. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to copy this. Okay, so I have that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna open up Canva again. I'm gonna go over to create a design. Now we are going to look for a template. So I'm gonna type in quote, go down to quote Instagram story, and now it should be giving me some templates. So you guys can see all these templates right here, and you can choose the ones that you like. So for the purposes of this, I'm gonna choose this template, but you gotta keep in mind that I'm not actually gonna use probably this background. I just wanna have the template there. So I already copied the quote from Susie Orman, and I'm gonna get it put right in there. So we will make it smaller so it fits in terms of all the text. And now I have to replace this background because even though this background ain't bad, I want this to be a video. I'm going to now go back to elements. I'm gonna go down to videos, and I'm gonna find something real estate related. You can see here that I already have a few that were recently used. I like to use drone video because I feel like it always looks good with a quote, or I like to type in interior design here, and then it'll bring up things like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this video put in there, and I'll go to position, and I'll just go to layers and make sure that this video is down towards the bottom. In fact, you can even go up here to the little 3 dots right here, and you can go to replace background, and it'll make sure that now my video is my background to this particular piece of content. Make the font a little bit bigger. I can actually shrink down this little square a little bit. There we go. And then I will go to my brand kit, and then here I have all my brands. So this is my Corey Melville real estate brand. You know, I got my Edina Realty brand, my real estate agent development brand. Since I already have my Corey Melville brand up, I'm gonna go ahead down here where it says Corey Melville Real Estate, and I'm gonna hit shuffle. And now you're gonna see the colors start to switch to match the colors of my brand. And when you upload this to your stories or your reels, you can then add in trending audio as well with this. And it's just a really quick, easy piece of content that you can make. All right, so my next quick piece of content, this one is gonna be engaging questions. So we're gonna repeat that first step where we go to the documents and we open up a blank document, and then we're gonna go back to Magic Write, go to the plus sign, go down to Magic Write, and now I'm going to say, give me 15 engaging questions that I can post as a real estate agent. And the purpose of this obviously is to drive engagement, because when people engage with your content on social media, whether it be a story or a reel or a post, then those people are more likely to see your future posts. So imagine, you know, driving engagement on this post now, and then in a week from now, you post a real estate tour. Well, the people that just engage with this post are going to be more likely to see the real estate tour that you posted, because that's how the algorithm works. Let's check some of these out. So it says, do you prefer a modern minimalist design or a cozy traditional home, and why? Okay, that's a pretty good one. What's your favorite room in your home and how does it reflect your personality? That's a really good one. All right, so what you're gonna do now is something very similar to what we did before, but there's a few different steps. You're gonna go back in to create a design, and now all you care about is creating an Instagram story because you just wanna make sure that the aspect ratio is correct. But now you have two options. You can fully create a new post that you can use as an Instagram reel following the steps that I did before, right? Where I go down to elements and I go in here and I look for videos, interior design. You can also type in like real estate or something like that, but I'm just gonna use random video here. Now you can do one or two things. You can either put the text right into the project and then you can post it as a reel, or you can export it with just the video and whatever else you want to add. Like for instance, I'll probably add, a picture of myself down here. I'll remove the background, and I mean, I could add a logo, because I have my whole brand kit here with all my logos and stuff like that. I could add whatever I want to this, but I could export it just like this. And then I could add the question later, because on Instagram stories, you can add a sticker, and then they have a sticker where you can actually post a question. Then when people respond to your question, you'll actually get a notification about it. So you can do it that way in your stories, or if you want to do it as a reel, you can just build this out really quick. Go up to elements, recently used shapes. Here, we'll make the shape black, and then we'll make it a little bit more transparent. Go ahead and make it the correct size. We will position it behind my head. And then of course we can add the text. Add the text box. Change the font to whatever we want. And there you go. So you could post it like that, or you could do it in Instagram stories. Okay, so the third piece of content that I'm going to show you really quick is going to be an AI generated video that you can use kind of as a slideshow, or kind of like just a quick preview. Like you could use it as a video tour really of a property, but it's generated by AI, so it's not quite as high quality as you would get from like a videographer or something that you can make in CapCut. But I'll show you really quick how to do that, and you use Magic Studio to do that. So I'm going to go over to create a design. I'm going to go ahead and pick Instagram stories. Once that's open, notice here under the design tab on the left, right here, you have where it says generate videos instantly. I actually made a whole video on this. However, then Canva changed like how you get to this section, and so a lot of people got confused, but this is how you do it. So I go over to generate videos instantly, and now it's gonna put me into my uploads, and I can pick some pictures or some videos that I have uploaded in here already. So pick up to 10, doesn't really matter. You don't have to use all 10 if you don't want. And then you give it a prompt down here. So I'm gonna say elegant video tour for 123 Main Street. Generate. So now you can see it created like a little video slideshow, and it actually added music as well, and it's going to add captions for each room. So let's just play through it. So it talks about morning coffee, dinner parties because it sees that this is a dining room, work from home because this is a little home studio. And then you can go in here, you can change the music pretty easily by clicking on that and then going over here back into your elements and going down to music and changing your music. You can change your transitions if you want. You can change pretty much whatever you want inside here. You can change your captions if you want, and you can actually add video, and you can do this whole entire process with video as well. So it doesn't have to just be your professional photos, but I really like just using photos because you can create these really quickly. And then of course I'll create my professional video outside of Canva, and that way you have more than one thing to post for the same house. If you guys need more information on how to use the Magic Studio inside of Canva, I did create another video on that, so I will link that down in the description. All right, so the next piece of content that I'm gonna show you how to make is going to be a this or that style story, or some people will call it a poll, but Canva likes to call it this or that. So we're gonna go in here to create content. Again, we'll go to Instagram story. On the left here under design, we will type in this or that. And then you can have a bunch of options. What I recommend is finding a template that shows the options like one above the other. So one on top, one on the bottom. So I'll go ahead, I'm gonna click on this one randomly. Okay, and this is of course not the correct like color palette and stuff like that, but we're gonna make some changes to this. So now I'll go over to elements, and now I'm just looking for photos. You can also do this with video, but I recommend just doing this quickly with photos. And so then we will type in white kitchen. All right, so here's some options for white kitchen. Go ahead and replace that top photo with that, and then I will type in dark kitchen. Now we have some options for a dark kitchen. We will use that there. We don't really need this, so I'm gonna delete this. All right, so now I will make these a little bit smaller here because I need some room here actually to type in my question for the poll, because I'm gonna use this inside of Instagram. And then you can just type in like, you know, which one, question mark, okay? Go ahead and I will make this a little bit bigger. I'm gonna separate the pictures because inside of Instagram, I'm actually going to put the feature for the poll right in between these pictures. We'll clean this up a little bit. And then of course, I'm gonna go over to my brand, and then I am going to make this design match my brand. Let's throw a picture of myself in there. That's the thing about real estate agents is we just love putting our picture on everything. Go ahead and shuffle it again a little bit. You could do that, or you could add a background or something like that, like a textured background. Let's go textured background. And layers, add this one as the background. Nice little textured background. And then when I upload it into Instagram, I'm going to use the poll sticker, and the poll sticker is just gonna say light or dark. People are gonna choose which one they like better, light or dark, and that's gonna show that they're engaging in my question, and that's gonna help the algorithm. So then when I post a video walkthrough or an informational reel in a week from now, those people that engaged with my poll are gonna be the people that are gonna see that other video, because the algorithm says these guys are engaging with this creator, these guys are engaging with this agent, and so they must wanna see his future videos. And that's the point of it. All right, and the final piece of content that I'm gonna show you how to create really quick, it's gonna be some review content. So you can go in here, you can say create design, Instagram story. And again, everything that says Instagram story, we can use that for reels or stories. We don't have to use it just for stories. I'm only using this just to make sure that we have the correct aspect ratio for Instagram stories and reels. Okay, so from here, underneath design, I'm gonna type in search bar testimonial. You can use review sometimes too, and it'll bring up a good one, but I'm gonna use testimonial, and then I'm just gonna choose like this one here because it's very simple. I'm gonna go to my brand kit. I'm gonna shuffle through a little bit, make sure that I like the colors that it's using, that it matches my brand. So there we go. Then I'll probably add my picture really quick because my picture has to go on everything because I'm a real estate agent. There we go. And then we can say something like what our clients are saying. Okay, so put that in there, make it fit. Make this box a little bit bigger. So now we got the 5 stars on there. It matches my brand color. And in here, it's talking about somebody named Olivia, but I can copy and paste some reviews that I got on Zillow or Google or whatever into this. And then for the background, I'm probably gonna go ahead and change that again under elements. And I'm going to use, you know, like something that has to do with real estate. It can be, again, an interior design shot, or it can be a drone shot. It doesn't really matter, whatever your personal preference is. All right, so let's just type in real estate drone footage. So we got the buildings, we got some that show houses. Again, we're really looking for stuff that kind of matches the area that you're in. You know, you don't want to have drone footage that show the Rocky Mountains in the background when you're from Minnesota, like I am. Go to position, I'll go to layers. I will replace the background. So now we have this kind of in the background. There's a lot of different changes you can make to this. Like I would probably make this a little bit more transparent. I would probably do something with the color of this particular video. Like I might even add a shape here. Again, I know I'm getting really cute with this, doing all this extra stuff. Shape, dark, transparency, something like that, so it sticks out a little bit more, so the actual text sticks out a little bit more. And then as we play this, there's the final product. Again, the idea behind this is that you guys are probably batch recording other videos. You're probably going around and doing stories like when you're at open houses and when you're getting to the office and when you're in between showings and stuff like that. But it's so hard sometimes to keep up with what you need to do on social media, especially when you're a professional and you have other things that are more important that you're working on. So the idea is you can create stuff like this really quickly. I mean, you can take a couple hours in a month and you could probably create, 30 or 40 of these pieces, and then you can just keep them in a folder and you can post them in between some of the other stuff that you're posting. Thank you so much for watching. If you found these content tips helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications. That way you'll never miss a new video. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you'd like to see more Canva tutorials. Until next time, keep crushing, and I will see you all on the next one.